So I'm so excited. It's like I got a new toy. You know, bitchin' that thing looks. Oh my God. You know, you're like, want a new toy, and then like, I need a new guitar, because you get a new guitar, then it'll inspire you to practice. But then you're like, man, you got to spend $1,000 or you're gonna get a piece of shit. So then you're like, man, I can't spend $1,000, but I just like converted the guitars I already have, and they're just fucking awesome. This whole 5-string thing is so fucking cool. One thing, you know, that's kind of obvious. It's just, I'd say it's max. I got the max width back here, and I think I'm a 1/2 inch. I think it just actually turned out to be like a 1/2 inch right on it. Yeah, I'm like a 1/2 inch on strings, a little less. Like I said, I matched that thing. But that one you like finger pick, and it's classical, so you can get away with a little bit more room. I think maximum would be, you know, like that. Maybe just a little bit in. But I was thinking, you know, I don't want to be inside the fretboard with my strings and shrink them too much. But then after I was playing, I was like, well, big deal. You spend most of your time playing here anyway, and as long as you feel that first string, I mean, who cares if it's here or there? The spacing, a comfortable spacing is way more important than, you know, like having one string come to the very end of your fretboard. I mean, you're playing inside here anyway. And this is, I think it's good. I don't think I'm gonna have to like redo anything. I think it's good. It's just, guys, just the tiniest bit on the big side. I think you get it in just a little bit for picking, it'd be better. So that's it. Right now I'm trying to fix the nut. Just get it working real good. It had a chip. I don't know if you can see it before, right there. Had a chip before, but the string came from the inside and it kind of pulled it in, so it wasn't that big a deal. My new slot is just to the inside of it, and the same thing, as long as I'm pulling it in, it's okay. I don't know if you can see here on the first fret right there, that, bam, that's just a tiny bit high. This one's pretty good. My second string right there, I kind of like that. This one, it can come down just a little. That one, I'm afraid to take it down. Not that big a deal. But you want to have the tops of your strings, you know, not completely buried. Like you can see this one and this one are completely buried. And if I don't have them cut exactly right, they're gonna like kind of rattle inside of that slot. So you want to have it angled down so that just the face of this is catching the string, and that the top of the string is kind of a little bit exposed. So kind of working on that. I got this bootleg. Where the heck is that thing? Oh, this thing. I got this for like $5. It's made in China. It's a bunch of files. I mean, it works fine. I think if you just did like one nut or something, it's got different files for every size. So like right now, you can pull that one over. You know, you could find the right size. You know, whatever the hell it is. I would go one size like smaller, because you know you're not a machine. So when you're filing, you know, you're going to be a little bit of this on it. So you go a couple, you know, one size smaller at least, and just go back and forth, and just keep taking it down. Don't take it too far. There's a couple of tricks they say with super glue and baking soda, I think, and you can build it back up. I haven't had to try that yet. I'm also wondering if, you know, I got to cover that hole somehow. I got to cover that hole, you know. It'd look better if that hole's covered. So I'll just plug it probably. I'll probably get like a dowel. It's blonde wood, so I'd get a dowel and plug it. And then the other thing I want to do is, I went through the back. You know, I found the nearest 5 holes that I could get, and then I angled the drill to come up through, you know, each one of these, each saddle. So it's coming through and it's kind of angling over to get through it. It feeds in okay, But I did notice that now that I'm spread just a tiny bit wider than regular 6-spring, I got these gaps between the saddles. And the string's pulling one side to the other depending on how it comes out of the hole. So it tendency to maybe, if you're not careful, kind of slides the saddle over, and when it does that, the tuning kind of goes out a little bit. So I either got to, I think I'm just going to re-drill it. I think that'll be it. You know, I'll just pop those little caps right there, plug those holes, come through this side, just get some epoxy and a bunch of wood chips or whatever, and just plug everything up. Get some dowels for back here, plug it up, and then re-drill straight. Just re-drill 5. Just 5 straight, boom, boom, straight down, so their strings are coming straight up. Again, it's not a super big deal, but I think in the long term, it's probably going to be cleaner and create just a longer lasting, playable guitar. Yikes, I just put that file on top of that thing. Sorry about that. Anyway, so stoked. This thing is beautiful, isn't it? Man, guitars are so awesome. And this one is just the way it fits, this neck. I wish you could feel this neck. This neck is so nice. Oh my God, it really is. It's a new toy for free.